Good morning, or good whatever time it is when you're watching this. I wanted to quickly jump in and say I'm sorry that we missed last week's video. I know that I'm probably throwing everyone for like a real emotional boomerang of like, will I, won't I be posting on a Friday? And the answer is, who's to say? Like, I'm out here trying my best. Although I will say last week, I think I had a pretty good excuse. I got like 85% of the way through the video, editing, all that. And then in a real whirlwind fashion, I got hired to go to New York and do a live figure painting job in the Bottega flagship store on Madison Avenue. So like, obviously I took that job. It was totally crazy. It was really cool. It was crazy busy. I was crazy busy. And so it really threw me off my YouTube schedule. So I'm really sorry. Out here trying my best, Okay, anyways, spoiler alert, I found a coffee table for the ladies only drawing room. So let's go thrifting and I'll show you what all went down. Good morning. My girlfriend and I are going antiquing / thrifting. I don't know that there's anything like super specific anybody has on their list, but she's a huge like mid-mod girl. They just did a massive reno of their house. So this new antique store that I found has like a whole section that's like mid-mod focused. So I really want to take her to check it out and see if there's anything she can find. And, as always, if there's anything I can find, excellent. So let's get ready quickly to do that, and I will take you along and see what we find. Does anybody else have like one wiry whisker? I shave my mustache all the time, like any normal girly does. And this one just always comes right back, overnight. Oh, you plucked the whole thing out yesterday? Doesn't matter, it's back. Am I alone in this? Okay, we don't need to go crazy, just like a little jazz. Let's look alive, young and alive. Fake it till we make it. We're just taking a nap. A little definition here. Gotta brush these brows out. Mascara, and we're done. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. All in a day's work. Let's go find some old cool new stuff. We are at our first stop of the day. It's called Antiques Etc., which if you watch the bathroom remodel is where I found the little black metal piece that is now functioning as my shelving unit. So let's go check it out. See what they have today. Hi, it's been a few days. We only made it to the one antique store because we ended up spending half the day there, and it was very productive. It was very pleasant. It's an awesome antique store. I typically focus way more on furniture, decor, you know, like home goods stuff versus clothing. But Saturday just held a lot of like clothing little surprise secrets for me. And I ended up getting 2 jackets and a hat. So that was a real thrill. Unexpected, certainly, but I'm not mad. But I also got a coffee table for the ladies only drawing room, which is why we are in here. So I need to vacuum the floor, bring it in, clean it off, and style it. It is probably not at all what anyone was expecting for this room. It's not even really what I was expecting for this room, although I do believe I had mentioned, or maybe I just talked to myself a lot, I have said this out loud, that I didn't want wood. Like there's a lot of brown, there's a lot of wood. I didn't want something to feel samey to like the chairs and the wood on this little settee. I wanted either stone or glass or you get the point. Something that wasn't wood. That is what I found. Blake's reaction to this was, well, that's not at all what I expected. And I can't argue with that point. So let's clean up, bring it in. I'll show you what I got. Okay, they're definitely a little funky. They're kind of like 1980s meets Art Deco. I don't know, but I'm into it. They're nesting tables, so each one fits under the next. I was really going for either a square or a circle. I got neither. I would like to say I got all of these tables for $75. So they were a steal. And if I find something that I totally fall in love with later, I don't feel bad at all reselling tables that I got for $75 that I think are pretty cool. I think what I want to do is kind of like mix and match their layout instead of just nesting them. Like I kind of want them to become more of a square. Is this in the center? You know what's annoying is that this fireplace built out thing isn't symmetrical in the walls. Like this cutout is way bigger than the other side's cutout. Way bigger, like 4 inches, but still. Did we mess up the math? Like what? What? Whatever. Okay, I think that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is the whole room crooked? It's just so hard to know. They did that annoying thing where like they put a paper sticker on it and then it's like doesn't come off all the way. I have Google on. It's not that big of a deal, but like we can go to space, but we can't figure out stickers. Makes sense. My girlfriend who I was with restores a lot of like antique, interesting wood pieces. And she was saying that I can like polish up the base with Barkeeper's Friend, which I would not have thought to do, but makes total sense. So I'm gonna see how my like basic multi-surface cleaner does and go from there. If we need something more serious, we can get it. I'm pretty happy with this. The room is obviously not done. There are some really major things I still need, like a rug. Actually, I think that's the only major thing I still need. However, rugs are expensive. And I have in my mind like a Persian hand-knotted, beautiful old rug. I want it to have red in it. So that's what I'm on the lookout for next. During my very long YouTube hiatus, my brother called to let me know that he found a very old, fully intact mantle surround in the trash by his house in Indiana. And being Constantines, naturally we were like, well, we can make this work. So I was home in Indy for a wedding. My brother is a steel fabricator and then some. So he's got all the tools and the know-how. We took this around to his shop and carefully took the whole thing apart because it was the perfect height, but it was 8 inches too narrow. So we needed 4 inches on each side. We needed to add 4 inches on each side. And in taking this thing apart, Corey is guessing that it's around 100 years old just by the fact that it was made out of solid pine. It has like 300 layers of paint on it, more like 15, but that's a lot of paint. And the nails that were used to combine the whole thing are definitely like old school, handmade, giant solid nails. So that's pretty cool. I then proceeded to rent a car and drive it from Indiana to Colorado. When the weather gets warm, I will finish stripping it to repaint it. It's a necessary evil, and it's going to be beautiful when it's done. And then I'm just going to paint it the same color, the same like creamy off-white, because I don't really want it to be like a visual pull, more of a textural element, and then something I can put, candles, whatever. And I've got a mirror that I think I want to mount above the fireplace too. And, if we're counting rug, fireplace surround, mirror, there's only 3 things I have left to do in this room before this room is like completely done. As I'm saying that, I also want to install dimmers on all the lights in here, find a lamp, and get little side tables. So the list is constantly growing. The fireplace is going to be the biggest hurdle because it is just worse than pulling teeth. Anyways, I'm calling this a success. I'm super thrilled. I can't wait to see what happens next. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time.